Hey guys, it's Boston's Bus Witch, and I wanted to give a special shout out to Blackhawk. Um, I've had his candles for a long time, and throughout the weather things crack. And I don't know if you can see, but my petition is right there. I'm actually moving it over to get, in there, and he's cracked down the middle. Like I said, I've had him sitting on a altar for a very long time, and I molded the candle myself. I have the way he first came out on my store, which I will link down below. I do my own homemade candles. I make my own homemade pentagrams, triple moon goddess signs. I do Hecate statues. I do the cross. We can get into that later. So, Blackhawk was a Native American who was full of life and was commemorated chief at such a young age. And if you look up the Black Hawk War, I can list it down below. And the reason why I'm doing blue tonight is because his colors represent the American flag. He died for his country. He was lied to by the white man, for give me this for this. And Blackhawk did his part. He came back, and his people were moved to the place of the river that nothing grew. Nothing was promised to him. He was lied to over and over and over again by the Puritans that had come, that that the Indians had fought off so many others before. A peace treaty was made, and he is just huge for court cases. He is huge for protection of children. Definitely protection of children. He is the judge. I like to call him the judge of the courtroom in the spiritual realm. And I just have rocks representing him, and oops, I picked it up there. And I have Indian graveyard dirt from my ancestors, part Indian as well. So I wanted to share that. Usually I put them in this type of bowl because I'm going to be moving, and whatever I made here, I want it to do its thing and finish out the magic here. And he has always worked for me. I mean, he even busted open on me once when I was walking to work one day, right before I left, and my husband says, "Babe, I think the job is just too much." Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I'm just been in the middle of packing and everything. I've been really exhausted, but I was on my way to work one day, and my husband said, "Babe, why don't you quit that job? It's being too much. You're working a 2-person job. They're supposed to have 2 people. You're doing it all by yourself, and I don't think it's fair." And I said, "Well, I want to show good faith to the company, and that's just the way I am. I do above and beyond, and that's my problem. I always go above and beyond, but hey, I wouldn't have found my way if I didn't go above and beyond, right? So, so blue is for healing. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna grab something so I can refer because I had my list of questions. So let me go grab that. I'll be right back. Okay, back guys. He loves his sage. I don't know if you can see it right in there. Let me see. See how I have it right there. Let me get my finger caught on fire. Right there. That's where the sage is. So that's catching on fire now. So you're gonna see the extra smoke. Oh, here it comes. So okay. So Blackhawk is of the Sulk tribe, and he basically will fight for justice for the innocents. He will break through major way of for enemy work, for protection, for reversals. He's big with justice because he was lied to. I mean, I really feel and I got these books from Starcast. She is amazing. And I just love the way, she talks about the Sauk were peaceful people, and sometimes they had to go to war to defend their hunting grounds or their towns. And they had neighboring tribes, but their war was basically with the Cherokees. They were from basically each year Blackhawk traveled to St. Louis to trade with the Spanish in 1804. When he went to St. Louis to trade, he found the Spanish had moved out, the Americans had moved in. Blackhawk had heard so many disturbing things about the Americans. He knew they were hungry for the land and would do anything to gain it. So the Sauk sent 4 chiefs to St. Louis to try to make peace. At this time, the Americans drew up a treaty. The Sauk chiefs had no idea that this treaty gave the Americans all the Sauk territories. So imagine being lied to, and they just said, yeah, go get some guns. We'll give you some guns. You come back, you have your land. We just share it. So he went and did as told, as an Indian, Native American, brought up in all back then was no peace treaty. It was your word. Your word was your heart. It came from your soul. It was your everything. And to break that promise, that meant war. So I really wanted to touch deeply on this because I feel not just anybody can work with him. As you can see, he's going crazy right now with the candle. But I mean, I work pretty hard to earn his respect, and myself and my husband is Indian, so I really feel that we have a good bloodline. So basically, he went to go do what he was told. He came back, and he never wanted war. He just wanted the life of his ancestors. He was proud of the history that he held his honor up high. So the Sulk placed. So basically, what happened was he took out a bunch of people, a bunch of Americans, well, invaders. 200 Sulk warriors died. When Blackhawk returned, he was held prisoner, and the Americans then took all the land from the Atlantic Ocean to the Mississippi River. See, that was the thing. When he came back, he was lied to. He didn't just go get the gunpowder and the guns for exchange and blankets and this and that. You know, he was lied to and lied to and lied to. And even in death, he had no peace. And the American flag could not protect Blackhawk from the whites. The whites had taken his land. And the way of life, and even as Blackhawks, I hate to say it so bluntly, but even as Blackhawk's body lay dead, a white man took his bones from his grave. His bones were sold. Where is the honor in this? And this is stated from the book of the author mentioned. I mean, he's treated less than a freaking animal. I mean, we wouldn't even treat our dogs that way, you know? So I'm sure his family must grieved horribly. Even in death, there was to be no peace. This is an injustice and a sin before God. Even after every injustice he suffered, and even in death, his spirit will help those in need. As he did, his spirit holds the American flag in great honor. And that says a lot about a man. You know, they grew off the land. They migrated south, as did the birds. You know, the children learned their religion at their early age. And pretty much what I think is Blackhawk was tricked, and my heart, I'm getting goosebumps as I'm talking about him. Oh man, like I just feel like, how could you do that to somebody? You know, I don't know, I just, alright, so basically, from the book, so you can do anything with him. I mean, you can use to, if someone's picking on you in your family, like, alright, So this would be protecting work. Someone got home, they were fussing with a neighbor, banging the door. I guess lo and behold, the cops turned up. And the guy was charged with terroristic threats. And in the book, it states, her faith in Blackhawk, so far none of the work had really held. I worked for a while, then things seemed to escalate. The law let this woman get a warrant on her son-in-law for some bullshit charges, pretty much. She claimed, and of course there were lots of witnesses, that the son-in-law made some funny business happened. So basically, the woman was able to go home, do a hot foot, and do some work. Basically, the story of that sums: a man was wrongly accused, wrongly arrested, wrongly treated by the law, and he will help you. He will help you break down the walls. He will help you get justice served. He will help shut people's mouths. He will help when you are being harassed. He won't just work with anybody. And that's one thing that I have learned. I love the way that, he comes through and you can feel his essence and his protection. If you ask him for protection, he will give you protection. If you ask him for reversing because you have been unjustifiedly treated, he will come through. That is Blackhawk. Do a little bit more research on the Blackhawk War. And if I skipped anything, let me know. But I'll leave my link down below, my webpage, my web store, how to get in contact with me. I do readings, I make candles. I made this candle. I use spells, potions, oils. I do monthly vigils, packets, soaps. I make my own essential oils. Yes, with the distiller maker. An actual essential oil machinery. I have yet to get my labels. That is when I move. So, blessings and amen.